How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's get started. Hello, I'm Fo, and I'll be learning about your background and experiences today. To begin, could you tell me about your professional or academic journey and any notable milestones you've achieved?
Sure. Hi, Fo. I'm Shreshy and I'm a final year undergrad at IIT Patna. I am from the chemical engineering department, but I've found my interest to lie in the software engineering domain, and I've been working towards the same since the past couple of years. Speaking of any notable milestones, I was able to intern at Microsoft last summer, from May of 2024 to July 2024. And prior to that, I've interned with D Shaw as a intern and as a mentee under their internship program called the Desis Ascent Educare program. Apart from that, I've also interned at IIT Roorkee as a machine learning intern, and I've interned as an associate product manager intern at a startup called Infinite.ai. So these were some of my professional come academic experiences. Would you like me to elaborate on any of those?
Thank you for sharing that, Shreshy. It sounds like you have a diverse range of experiences. Let's dive a bit deeper into your internship at Microsoft. Can you elaborate on your role as a product engineering intern, specifically what your key responsibilities were, and any challenges you faced during that time?
Sure. So I interned at Microsoft for 2 months, and it was a very enriching experience. I worked in a team which was a part of the Microsoft 365 office for the Microsoft project application web version. My tech stack was TypeScript and Next.js, and both of them were new to me. I had worked with React earlier, but not with these, and the code base was a little too complicated and too big for a fresher like me who's only worked with college projects and small-sized projects earlier. So yeah, those were a few initial challenges, but I was able to overcome them. In particular, I was able to deliver all of my tasks, all of my deliverables that were in scope 2 weeks earlier. But then, since there was time, I took up a few extra tasks that were sort of a continuation to what I was doing. And yeah, it was a great experience. I was able to get a return offer from Microsoft, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the whole process. Speaking of challenges, would you like me to elaborate on any of those?
That's impressive, Shreshy. It sounds like you adapted well to the challenges you faced. Could you share a specific example of a challenge you encountered while working on the Microsoft project and how you addressed it? Additionally, what was the outcome of that situation?
Oh, sure. Let me think. So one that comes at the top of my mind is when I had to redo a very particularly complicated flow within that feature because something came up. So my initial approach was correct, but given that the team was deciding to paginate the whole feature later on, and that came up while after I'd completed the implementation using the first approach, I had to redo it using 3 different approaches, compare and contrast, document the whole thing, and present it to the team. Then we had a discussion, and we finalized upon one approach after a couple of meetings. And then I had to implement it again, which kind of set me back. But what helped me throughout this process was documenting and communicating clearly, maintaining that clarity between what has been done, what should